We have really great sponsors such as Foothill Transit. And if you would like to sponsor our show, we would love to promote your business here. So how about if we go on to the Morning Buzz?
You bet.
Yeah.
We got Justin Chapman here. He's going to be
Right.
talking about a little bit about Bernie Sanders.
Right. He's a fellow over at Annenberg over at USC.
Right, and columnist.
And columnist and an author, yeah. Yep.
So, Justin.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I appreciate you being here. It's great to meet you, and we're going to discuss Bernie, the socialist.
But he has such a rise. I mean, it's amazing the kind of
a following. He's got a following that's really
people
attracting
are behind him,
a lot.
think.
Yeah, a lot of young people
Especially
too.
young people. I think it's because he's offering what young people want: free college and universal health care and tackling income equality. Those are messages that resonate with young people.
We call that change.
Right.
Right? From the regular day-to-day activities that we see today.
So why do you think he has such a following over Hillary? Other than, well, I mean, the school and so forth is obvious, but.
He is. He has a message that's optimistic, and I think that Hillary herself has admitted that her message isn't resonating exactly with young people.
They've been talking about like old-fashioned, that she's old-fashioned, and Bernie's kind of on top of things and wants to really change. And frankly, I heard a couple people talking about they just don't believe her, that she's a liar, So.
Well, I mean, Bernie Sanders has been pretty consistent over his entire career, whereas with Hillary Clinton, for myself, for example, she voted for the Iraq War, which is a pretty big deal breaker for me. She was against gay marriage until 2010, possibly even 2013. Those are some pretty big policy shifts.
Oh yeah, there's lots that we can talk about Hillary, but Bernie. He's a pretty funny guy. He was, on a couple SNL skits.
He was on Colbert.
Yeah. So that's great.
The people seem so organized behind him too. Mm-hmm. And I even some of the local parades, obviously our huge Tournament of Roses parade, they asked to be part of the end, which was not part of the parade, but it was after the parade. They asked to be part of that, and they were heavily united and in heavy force, and they just want their voices to be heard. But I also think it's very interesting with the delegates, how they're still.
Yeah, can you explain all that? How the delegates all work?
I mean, the way the delegates work and the way the nomination process is so convoluted and so complicated. It changes every election cycle. The parties make the rules. They change them all the time. It's different state to state. Some are proportional. Some are winner take all. It varies by Republican Party, Democratic Party. It's really a complicated situation. It's one of the things we're studying at USC Annenberg is who makes these decisions, how delegates are selected, why primary rules are the way they are. If they're closed, they're open. It's really a complicated process.
Are the names of the delegates part of public knowledge? Or?
Yes, they are, but I mean, it's not like you can go on the Democratic Party website and find them. You really have to dig and find them. And
somebody start digging.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's also the superdelegates, which are not beholden to the popular vote. So the delegates have to vote for who the popular votes say, who the voters vote for. But the superdelegates, in the Democratic Party, there's about 712 out of 2,400 or so total delegates. And for example, in New Hampshire, where Bernie won 60% to 38% or whatever it was, more than 20-point margin, the superdelegates there could say, no, I'm still going to vote for Hillary. And that's why she's still coming out of there with not as many, but just about.
Elections in the past have been really skewed as well.
Right.
Thank you so much, Justin, for being on. We would love to have you on Morning Buzz another time. How's that?
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Be awesome.
Thanks.
So coming up next,
we're going to talk about what we do in real life. I don't know.
The Mary Ann Scott Show here on CCN Sunrise.
In real life.
In real life.